This video is about subject knowledge enhancement for trainee teachers in UK. If this is something that interests you, keep on watching. Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm making this video today for those starting subject knowledge enhancement, especially in this year or beyond actually. And I just feel I should make this video to also encourage anyone going for or starting SKE. Subject knowledge enhancement, as the name is basically to enhance your subject knowledge. If you are a trainee teacher, so you have been recommended to do an SKE, it's just to maybe like brush up on your subject knowledge, or perhaps you might have done your degree in another subject and now you have chosen a different subject, so you might be recommended by your training provider to do the SKE. Yeah. So SKE is subject knowledge enhancement. Yes. So who is it for? It's for trainee teachers starting their PGCE program or starting their QTS program. Yeah, anyone. And mine, I've just been sharing from experience. Yes, for myself, I had applied to the uni, and during my interview, I was asked different questions, and I was asked if I would love to do an SKE. And before then, I had like searched about SKE, because when I was searching for the process of the interview, I had someone mention SKE. So I decided to do my own research, and I was asked at my interview. I agreed to do an SKE, and yes, I was recommended to do an SKE. Reason being that I had done my degree, like, as at the time I was interviewing for PGCE, my degree was like 7 years old already. So I wanted to like do a fresher, and it's a new country for me, like teaching in another country entirely. So I just wanted to like know how, just to understand how the curriculum, how the system works basically. So I was asked to do a 16 weeks SKE. And yes, so I started, and it was like 16 weeks, like 5 months, and I pulled it through. The payment, yes, the fees now. There is the self-funded route, and there is the Department for Education funding, yes. And there is also bursary available, yeah. So for the self-funded one, the person has to pay for themselves. Yeah, and for the Department for Education funding, the Department for Education pays for the funding of the program. And yes, for you to be qualified for the Department for Education funding, you must have a condition of offer. Yes, for PGCE with QTS, yes. So you must have been offered a place of study at the uni. And secondly, you have to like have achieved a degree. Yes, a degree, and the list is 2-2. So you must have a degree with a 2-2 or higher. And the last one is to have like your subject which you have chosen should be in alignment with also the SKE subject. For instance, if you have chosen to study physics at your PGCE level, your SKE should also be physics. Yes, so you can choose physics in PGCE and choose English in SKE. Yeah. So that's basically what it's about. And then for the funding, I would like to add that for myself as an international student, I wasn't eligible for the bursary. So there's Department for Education funding and bursary, but I wasn't entitled for the bursary, but I was entitled for the funding. And so I didn't pay, and at the same time, I didn't receive anything. Yes. So if you're entitled for the bursary, you'll be paid a certain amount of money every week you are on the program. The length, there is the 8 weeks, there is the 12 weeks, the 16 weeks, the 20 weeks, and the 24 weeks. You don't get to choose actually. I don't know if you get to choose, but for me, it was my provider that chose for me the length. So I don't know if you can get to choose the number of weeks you can do, but for myself I did 16 weeks. So for the bursary now, if you're entitled, for every week of the 16 weeks you'll be paid certain amount of money. You can decide to do a full-time or part-time. Yes, for full-time you're required to spend at least 25 hours. Yes, 25 hours per week for your studies. Yes, so it's full time, and that's why you get to receive a bursary to encourage you to study. Yeah. For part-time, that's 25 hours divided by 2. So you just get to study like 2.5 days a week. Yes. So if you would want a part-time, a full-time, you can just opt for any of the options depending on your circumstance. For myself, I did a full-time, even though I wasn't entitled to bursary, but I did a full-time. So you can choose the number of weeks and the number of times you would like to do. Yeah. Location. I'm sure some SKE institutes have physical locations. Yeah. But for myself, I did an online. It was an online interactive platform, and it was really, really amazing for me. Yes, I really enjoyed it. The platform was easy to understand and easy to follow through. Yes. So for tutor, you'll be assigned a tutor. You'll be assigned a tutor who would mentor you, more like supervise you, supervise your work, rate your work, assess you, and give you feedback. Whether you do well or not, you'll be given feedback by your tutor. So for myself, immediately I applied for the program and I was accepted. I was told I would be assigned a tutor, and in no time, my tutor emailed me giving me more details about the program and of our communications. She encouraged me to be open, and I remember in her words, she said, "No question is so dumb, like no question is stupid. So just ask any question you want." That was how helpful they were to me, yeah. And I really got along with her, and she was very patient with me and very kind. There were even times I felt like I had done so badly, but she would encourage me, ask me to like redo the work, or just encourage me to do better. Yeah. So you'll be assigned a tutor who would help you and assess your work. The next one is assignment. Yes. So for every week on the study, you have a session. The session is just where you get to study the topic for the week. An interactive platform where you tend to read, you watch videos, lectures, just explanation about the topic. And after watching it, you move on to the discussion platform. This is mainly for those that will be doing the online. You answer the question, join in the discussion, give out your own opinions about the questions asked. And the next thing is to do your weekly task. For every week you study, you get to do a task. Questions to do from the session you've just studied. You get to answer that, submit it to your tutor via the platform as well. And after that, you also get to do your learning diary. Your learning diary is just a summary of your weekly work. So it's just like you documenting your week, yes. So you just talk about your week, what you've learned from the topic, from the session, from the discussion, what you just learned newly, and what you will implement in your teacher training. So you just write that in your learning diary, and that's it for the week, yes. And so you just continue till the end of the week, yes. So for assessment, your tutor will assess the work and then get back to you. And there are 3 scores. There are no exams. There is no exam for SKE. At least as much as I can remember, there is no exams for SKEs. You only be assessed by your tutor. So once you finish your task and you submit, your tutor will assess it and then get back to you. And you can actually check your score or your ratings on the platform. And there are 3 scores. There is the red, there is the amber, and there is the green. If you're given a red, it means you did poorly or you didn't engage much, and you will always be given an opportunity to redo the task, yeah. And amber and green are the expected mark, of course. And yeah, so for myself, I got green all throughout the 16 weeks. Yes, so that is it for the work and the assessment, yes. And there are checkpoints. Checkpoints are given to you, but like a feedback. about how you've been doing so far, and it will be sent both to you and to your initial training provider as well. You also have a final checkpoint, you have a final assessment, you have a final feedback like a questionnaire or survey form to fill, and you get your certificate sent to you and to your initial teacher training provider as well, because they have to be involved all along. So that was just basically it for SKE. I did for science, secondary science. You can ask me any questions regarding the SKE as much as I can remember. I just tend to express my mind right now. But if you have any other questions, if you need my help, if you want to reach me, you can leave me a comment and I will do well to answer you or make more videos explaining different things about the SKE. But this is just basically all I can do for now. So thank you so much for watching. If you're starting your SKE, I wish you the very best. You can do it. You've got this. You've got this. It's pretty easy. I wish you all the very best. Enjoy. Bye.